Tonight, CNN gave former President Donald Trump a live town hall forum, and he once again claimed the election was rigged and defended the throngs of Trump supporters who attacked the Capitol a few weeks later. The former president also claims this week's verdict that found him liable for sexual abuse was rigged. He also called the overturning of Roe v. Wade a great victory.
Were you tuned in to CNN to watch President Trump's town hall? Because that would be the only reason why you would watch CNN. In my personal opinion, he did a great job. You know, he slipped up a little bit. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section down below. And I was trying to rewatch the town hall, but CNN for some reason took it down. It was probably because it was his highest viewed video in a long time and better ratings than any other show that they had on, because, you know, it was President Trump and CNN only gets ratings when they're talking about Trump. So I ended up having to watch some news segments about it, and the left pretty much did what I expected the left to do.
KTLA's Samantha Cortese live in the news center with a closer look tonight. Sam.
Sharon Micah tonight for more than an hour. Former president and again candidate Trump spoke about key issues surrounding his campaign and personal life, refusing to back down on some controversial topics. Here are just a few of the key points from a very fiery town hall. In his first appearance on CNN since the 2016 election, former President Trump answered questions from CNN journalist Caitlin Collins in a New Hampshire town hall. Right off the top, Collins asked if he admits to losing the 2020 election.
Unless you're a very stupid person, you see what happens.
The former president did not concede defeat.
It was a rigged election, and it's a shame that we had to go through it. It's very bad for our country. All over the world, they looked at it.
He also said he would accept the 2024 election results if it's, quote, an honest election.
For some reason, the mainstream media wants you to believe that Donald Trump is obsessed with it, and he's the one who always brings it up. But we was watching the town hall. They even tried this on CNN right after the town hall and asked about why is he so obsessed with January 6th.
First thing I want to ask you about, Donald Trump, we have to be blunt about it, is not a truth teller. That's the way he's always been when he was a businessman, he's been a politician. He has lied about the 2020 election. Stuffed ballot boxes, it's all made up. He's lost dozens of court cases. Does it bother you that he keeps talking about 2020 and not 2024? I'll ask you first. This is Jonathan Leslie. He's 40, Republican, voted for Trump twice. How do you feel about those lies?
So I feel like part of it's also the media narrative, as you guys asked him the first question at the town hall about the 2020 election, rather than current stuff.
So don't you think he could say it's time for me to start talking about 2024 and not lies that aren't true?
Couldn't the media ask him a question about 2024?
Well, there were questions, but you're right, that was the first thing, but that's something that was on our mind. And that's why I was asked first. Mike McLaughlin, he's 21. He is undeclared, which is what you do in New Hampshire if you want to be independent. But he voted for Trump in 2020. Mike, same thing to you. What do you feel about Trump continuing to talk about those mistruths from 2020?
Personally, I'm getting tired of hearing about it. I'm very much more so interested in the problems that we face now, and I would prefer to hear him discuss the present issues more so than going to the past.
65-year-old Stephen Farnsworth, Republican, voted for Trump twice. Your opinion about that?
Well, I think that he's committed to it. That's what he feels. That's what he thinks.
Well, do you think he thinks that, or do you think he just keeps saying it to try to will it for people like you to believe it?
No, I think he actually thinks it.
You do?
No, he may.
Even though he keeps losing in the courts over and over again.
He does say what's on his mind.
Okay. Do you think so? That it was a rigged election?
I'll abstain.
You'll abstain? Okay. All right.
On foreign affairs, Trump was asked who he wants to win the war between Russia and Ukraine.
I want everybody to stop dying. They're dying. Russians and Ukrainians. I want them to stop dying. And I'll have that done in 24 hours. I'll have it done.
Trump said Europe should be footing more of the bill, and it takes a strong president to get that to happen. He also said the war would have never happened had he won in 2020.
I don't know what it is about the individuals on the left, but they don't understand nobody should like war. It's a very serious thing, and there is no really winners or losers in war. Everybody loses because lives are lost for dumb reasons. And they're treating it like it's a game. And let's be honest, the war would not have happened if Donald Trump was in office, because there was no war happening while Donald Trump was in office.
Regarding abortion,
Very complex issue for the country. You have people on both sides of an issue. But we are now in a very strong position, pro-life people are in a strong position to make a deal that's going to be good and going to be satisfactory for them.
He did not say whether he would sign a federal abortion ban, but called pro-choice advocates extremists and said overturning Roe v. Wade was a great victory.
I mean, I'm pro-life and I just want to get rid of abortion altogether. But him being a politician and actually understanding that you have to negotiate, he's pretty much made sense. They need to sit down at the table, and removing Roe versus Wade will make it easier to have negotiations and actually to leave it as a states' right issue to see when you are able to have an abortion and when it should be banned. Because he was right again at the town hall. The radical people are the ones who are saying abortions up to 9 months and even after birth.
On the economy, Trump took a question from the audience.
What is the first thing you would do to help bring down the cost to make things more affordable?
Drill, baby, drill. We're energy independent, soon to be energy dominant. This place was rocking, and then we were given a gift from China.
Yeah, drill. We were doing great under his economy because we were actually drilling for oil. And, you know, when you have low gas prices, that means that cost of goods can go down because truck drivers are actually able to afford cheaper gas and stuff moves a little faster. Whole supply and demand thing.
Another mention of China when President Trump was asked about classified documents and the raid on his estate at Mar-a-Lago.
You have the Presidential Records Act. I was there and I took what I took and it gets declassified. Biden, on the other hand, he has 1,850 boxes. He had boxes sent to Chinatown.
He's telling the truth. Joe Biden is actually getting away with it. Rules for thee and not for me pretty much is what the left's motto is. Donald Trump is being used as a scapegoat for how the actual government feels about the American people. And it was kind of funny during this whole thing. The moderator, Caitlin, she was acting like she was on a debate stage with President Trump and she couldn't help it. But I like when President Trump was able to get this quick little jab in, and apparently the crowd did as well.
Collins pushed back on this issue. It led to this now trending moment.
Can I talk?
Yeah, what's the
mind?
answer?
Do you mind?
I would like for you to answer the question.
Okay, it's very simple to answer.
That's why I asked it.
It's very simple to, you're a nasty person, I'll tell you.
President Biden reacted to the town hall tonight saying, "It's simple, folks. Do you want 4 more years of that?"
All in all, I'm going to vote for him in 2024 because I'm tired of spending this much money for gas and groceries, and I'm trying to find a better job, but the job market sucks right now because apparently economists don't want anybody to have a job to try to fight against inflation, even though that's the wrong way to fight against inflation. Let me know in the comment section down below, how do you think Donald Trump did at this town hall? And let me know, how do you feel about the news coverage of the town hall? Does it seem accurate? Left really hates this because since Donald Trump came out and did a town hall, that means they actually have to wheel Joe Biden out to do one of his own. 4 more years under Donald Trump versus 4 more years under Joe Biden. Let's actually sit back and compare the two. Seriously, who you voted for? I'm your host, TJ Evans, with another installment of the TJ Evans Show. Y'all remember to do the YouTube and Rumble thing. Subscribe to the Royal Family Studios page. Also, check out my book on Amazon, The Diary of Marvin, DeWayne. And y'all stay safe. Stay prayed up. Don't take my word for gold. Do your own research. I would tell you to watch this town hall, but I can't because it's not up. So unless you got it pre-recorded, y'all watch it and really pay attention to what's going on and pay attention to the moderator because she is really trying to put this man in a corner so they can get a sound bite, because that's the only thing they wanted was a sound bite in order to trick the American people to make him look like he's such a bad guy and obsessed with the past, when what he said during the majority of the town hall were good things that were helpful for the American people. They're the ones who brought up January 6th and the election multiple times throughout this town hall. But yeah, peace.